Well guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make chocolate mousse. I haven't done a cooking video in a while. I've been really busy at the club, but this weekend we have a small group, so I'm going to show you how to make chocolate mousse. You'll impress your girlfriend, significant other, wife. They're going to love this. It's really simple to make. It's an elegant dessert. I make it all the time here. I'm just going to show you the basic variation of this classic French recipe, and I'm going to show you the ingredients now. Okay, you have 1 cup of chocolate chips. I like the Ghirardelli semi-sweet chocolate. It's really good. 4 farm egg whites. Don't get any yolk in there because it won't whip up. 1.5 cups of heavy cream. 2 tablespoons of sugar and just a little pinch of salt. Put that in at the end. And that's the ingredients. It's 5 ingredients. That's it. So I'll show you the next step. Okay, very first thing you want to do is take your cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. You don't want to have any water in this bowl. It's just the slightest drop of water. I don't know what it is. It'll seize this chocolate up and it will not melt. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to melt the chocolate in a bain-marie, a nice steam bath here. I'll put that back on the stove. When that's fully melted, I'll show you the next step. Alright, now it's time to proceed to the next step. The first thing we're going to do is whip our egg whites up. I have a chilled bowl right here. Put the egg whites in. I like the farm eggs. Farm eggs are great. Things are much fluffier. And a little bit of cream of tartar, so help it stabilize. It'll also help it be a little more fluffy. You don't need a lot. I just put a little bit, like it's like the end of the spoon right there. A little bit of that. Okay. Now we're gonna whip these up to pretty much stiff peaks. I have my sugar here. I'm gonna add my sugar into this as it's whipping. Sugar will also help stabilize it. Sugar's in, and I'll show you when it's finished. Okay, here this is what our stiff peaks look like. Nice right there. Put those in here. Ooh, that was loud. That was too loud. All right. Okay, now in the same bowl, I'm gonna whip my heavy whipping cream. 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. That's next. And this is where I'll throw a little pinch of salt in. Just brings out the flavor of the chocolate. Heavy whipping cream goes in there. Now we're gonna whip the cream up. And I'll show you the next step. Alright, here's what the cream looks like when it's whipped up, the heavy cream. I like to say whooped up. So we got a whipped cream, have our stiff peaks, our meringue, and our chocolate's almost melted, and then I'll show you the last step, putting it together. Alright, time to put the chocolate mousse together. We have our melted chocolate. Melted chocolate's going to go into the egg stiff peaks, the egg whites first. Just go ahead, disperse it all in there. Try to get it out, because the chocolate's going to want to cool up. It's going to want to cool down and get hard. So fold it in, starting from the bottom. You don't want to beat this up too much, because you don't want to knock all the air out of your nice fluffy meringue. So young chefs out there, you guys need to make sure you have about 15 to 20 desserts that you can just make off the top of your head, because it's a necessity. You want to be well-rounded. When times get tough in a restaurant, that could be the reason why you keep your job and somebody else got laid off, because you can make desserts too. Okay, here we go. Now it goes in the heavy cream. Might not use all that. Okay, heavy cream goes in there. Now we fold it. Fold the heavy cream in there. Nice and airy. This is also a fun one with the kids. Kids like to make desserts. Folding it in. It's gonna have like a marbly kind of effect. Okay. Always pulling it from the bottom here. Okay, now it's gonna go in my little pan. Okay. Nice. This is probably the smallest amount I can make. I don't know how to make small amounts of things. This is small. Alright, there's our chocolate mousse, and then now it's going to go, I'm going to wrap it up. It's going to go in the fridge. It's got to set up for about 3 or 4 hours. It'll get nice and stiff. And then I'll show you the next step. I'll show you the plating process. Okay, we have our chocolate mousse here. It's all done. It's nicely set up. I don't know if you can see. You can see the nice air bubbles in there. It's nice and rich. So what we're gonna do is, I mean, you can get as fancy as you want to with this, but just add a little. Each one a nice little plop in there. Kind of give it that crater surface of the moon look. Okay, then we're going to put a little whipped cream on top to finish. Pastry bag. Whenever you use a pastry bag, you fold it over, put your hand in there kind of like a puppet. These pastry bags are really small. I hate them. I need to get bigger ones. But you fold it over, you hold your hand in there. This way you don't really make a mess. And take my whipped cream, put it down. Just put a nice little. Just gonna put a nice little whipped cream on there. Whipped cream. Okay. And a little bit of mint. Nice fresh crisp mint. Alright, that's it. Chocolate mousse. Very French, very classic. People love it. Like I said, when you're a young chef, you guys, I'm an old chef, but the young chefs, you guys have about 15, 20 desserts that you can whip up and make real fast. So there it is, chocolate mousse.